My name's Eugenia, and welcome to...
And I'm Eduardo. Ethical egoism!
TOK 101.
Ethical egoism is... I actually don't know the definition.
Okay, so ethical egoism, first of all.
There's a difference.
There's two things. Ethical and psychological egoism. What's psychological egoism?
What you ought to do.
No. Psychological egoism is the idea that humans and people, that's the same thing, act
Is it
in
though?
their own self-interest. Like, it's a fact. They do act in their own self-interest. But ethical egoism says that humans / people / beings
Creatures.
should act in their own self-interest, and that's a big difference because one says that they do.
They should
and
not be switching around like the book does. 5 seconds here. Hello? Okay. In the episode of Friends,
Season 5, episode 4.
we don't want to
We
get
don't wanna get copyrighted or
thrown
thrown out of the TP
program. TP program.
Okay.
Joey is gonna go do a community service at PBS Telethon, and Phoebe is all like, "No, you selfish. You just wanna have TV time, Joey." And then Joey goes to talk about how there's no selfless good deeds, and that's basically all of the ethical egoism is about.
All I got was a lousy keychain, and by that time I was living in a box. I didn't have keys.
I'm sorry, Phoebes. I just wanted to do a good deed, like you did with the babies.
This isn't a good deed. You just want to get on TV. This is totally selfish.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What about you having those babies for your brother? Talk about selfish.
What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, it was a really nice thing and all, but it made you feel really good, right?
Yeah, so?
Well, it made you feel good, so that makes it selfish. Look, there's no unselfish good deeds, sorry.
Yes, there are. There are totally good deeds that are selfless.
Well, may I ask for one example?
Yeah, it's, there's... No, you may not.
That's because all people are selfish.
Are you calling me selfish?
Are you calling you people?
Stop. Important, big question that comes from ethical egoism is if the broad pursuit of self-interest by all members of a society results in the promotion of the general good. What do you think?
I think that's false
Why?
because
If everyone's doing what they think is best for them, they be doing some bad things. Like, it'd be best for me if I didn't have a TOK teacher, because then I didn't have to take that class. So we just kill our TOK teacher, but that's not good, because then people
because
will die.
killing is wrong,
Morality.
morally
Truth.
speaking.
Get
Facts.
sanctified.
Thus, sacrificing one's own interests for the good of others undermine one's personal values and to and for their self. No! Because if you're helping others, technically you're helping yourself. Because if we go back to the example of Abe, you get a piece of your mind. No,
No, peace of mind.
piece of mind.
According-
Example from the book with Abraham Lincoln.
This book.
The
By James
elements-
Rackles, like James Nalligan, but Rackles. And Stuart Rackles, they're like these people who wrote a book on the elements of moral philosophy. And an example that they give of psychological egoism is this little story about Honest Abe. And he goes like, oh, no, they're in a train. You say it. They're in a train, and they say he sees these pigs and they're like drowning or something, and he's like, stop the train, and then he goes
So
and
Eduardo's drowning.
stop, and then he goes and he says he saves the pigs, and then he gets back on the train, and they're like, why'd you do that? And then like, oh, that's a good deed or whatever, and he's like, no, it's not a good deed.
It's selfish because they
It's
get
selfish.
to eat them.
No, it's selfish because I got peace of mind now, and that's my self-interest. Example. Okay.
Number 1!
Sí, cabrón. Okay, so, what if for like For example, we have a project to make, right? For a
Theoretically
class like-
speaking.
For a class like, theory of knowledge.
Isn't that like philosophy?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah?
Right?
Okay.
So we have a project for theory of knowledge, but we don't really want to do it. Pero it's in our self-interest to do it, because then we get a good grade. I mean, if we try.
Yeah.
And if we get a good grade, we go to college. It's like, that's a slippery slope fallacy. Okay. Also, if you're doing something like building a house for someone who lost their home in the hurricane, that one hurricane, a really bad one,
Yeah.
just like
A couple months ago.
Yeah. Like you're helping them build up their home. You're learning stuff. Like you're learning how to build a house. It's like in your self-interest to know those things, even though.
And it makes you look good in front of the public.
Another
one.
very important question is if ethical egoism effectively addresses real-life world problems such as conflicts of interest and impartiality.
Yes, because the fat man. You know that one problem? The fat man?
Okay, so picture this. There's this trolley going, and it's gonna like kill like 5 people because it can't
the
stop.
brake stopped working.
And there's like a bridge, and the trolley's gonna pass under the bridge, and there's a fat man looking out through the bridge, and you can either push down the fat man so it can stop the trolley,
And save 5 people,
or you can not kill someone, and let the 5 people die. It's in your best interest to save those 5 people, because plot twist, one of them's your wife, Michelle. And if you push the fat man, you'll be saving your wife, so it's in your best interest.
But
again,
if you push the fat man, you're
gonna go to jail because you're killing someone.
You're killing an innocent bystander that had nothing to do with the fact that the brakes weren't working from the trolley.
So there's not really a way to answer this question, but point is that ethical egoism.
It's just that.
It's just that. See?
Come at me, Nelligan.